and welcome to the Communicator Show. This is your host, Louie Conti Rambuanga, and today we have invited guests to discuss about the steps to be an active listener. But what exactly is active listening? Active listening is a pattern of listening that keeps you engaged with your conversation partner in a positive way. It is a process of listening attentively while someone else speaks, paraphrasing and reflecting back what is said, and withholding judgment and advice. In the workplace, it is important to practice being an active listener because it gives a lot of benefits. Here are a few. Number 1, active listening builds trust and strong relationships. Number 2, active listening helps you resolve conflict. Number 3, active listening prevents you from missing important information. 4, active listening enables you to identify or anticipate problems. 5, active listening helps you to build more knowledge. And number 6, active listening empowers you to be a leader. So how do we become an active listener? We have invited experts to discuss just that.
Hello, so to be an active listener, first we have to be ready. When we say ready, we have to be ready physically and mentally. First, physically, even if you think you can listen well, while multitasking, the speaker will not feel listened to. And in fact, you're not giving the speaker your full attention. What shall we do? We should find a quiet place to talk with the speaker if possible. We have to eliminate as many distractions in the environment as you can, such as noisy machines, talkative colleagues, and so on. We have to turn off our phones and any other devices that may be a distraction. We have to stop all the activities that aren't relevant to our conversations. And we have to make sure that our body language and posture is open and inviting throughout the conversation. If you have prepared physically, it is time to prepare mentally. Eliminating mental distractions is actually more difficult than eliminating the physical ones. During the conversation, we shall give the speaker 100% of our attention. We have to put aside distracting thoughts. If you know what the speaker plans to talk about, review what you know about the topic. Remember that your goal is to understand what the speaker has to say, not the other way around. The next step in effective listening is to receive or hear the message. Remember that the message isn't just word alone. It also consists of the reader's body language and tone of voice. Be on the lookout for consistency between these components. Are the speaker's words and body language congruent or they clash?
Now we are going to have the third R, which is review or evaluate the message. The next step for effective listening is to review the message, and that is to evaluate what you just heard and saw. For example, if the speaker's words and body language were not consistent, you will instinctively believe the body language. So here are some steps to take in order to ensure that you evaluate the message correctly. First, you have to ask questions to clarify if you're not sure about something the speaker said. Next, you have to use your critical thinking skills by separating facts from opinion and inferences. Identify assumptions and determine their validity, and assess the credibility of the information. Next, we have to identify your personal filters. When you say personal filters, that is a lens wherein it is shaped by your age, by your gender, and by your cultural upbringing and life experiences. If you don't take your personal filters into consideration, your assumptions and interpretations may be biased. If you recognize your personal filters, however, you can uncover any faulty assumptions or incorrect interpretations of a message. Then we have the fourth, which is respond, and that is to show that you understand. The next step in effective listening is to respond. When the speaker is finished talking, pause before you reply. This will give you time to carefully consider what you're going to say before you say it. So here are some of the suggested openers to help you demonstrate your understanding. First we have, so as you see it, you seem to be saying, you sound, you must have felt, what I'm hearing is, you must be feeling, and it sounds like. When you are going to respond, you have to determine the appropriate response. So we have here some guide questions whether you are going to respond. Let's say, for example, does he or she want a straightforward answer? Next, guidance or advice, help with brainstorming options, or does he or she just need your support but not an answer? So while you may have an opinion about something, don't give any unsolicited advice. This could rub the speaker the wrong way, and probably they may become defensive and think that you're trying to change them. Finally, always be respectful and honest. You gain nothing by criticizing, attacking, or demeaning the speaker, so you have to remain composed and considerate.
Another is you have to remember, or in order for you to remember, you have to create associations. Another technique to help you remember information from your short-term memory to your long-term memory is to link the items in a variety of ways. These links don't have to be logical. In fact, the more unique these connections are, the better you will remember them. And you have to use these visualization tips. First, you have to place main points on top of each other. Second, you have to crush or merge main points together. Third, you have to wrap items around each other. Fourth one, you have to picture them dancing together. And for the last one, you have to link them, or you have to link items using color, shape, or feeling. Again, for the fifth R, remember, for you to remember, you have to make it memorable and you have to create associations.
So, to wrap up what we have learned from our guests, the things that we have to remember in order to become active listeners are ready, receive, review, respond, and remember. Thank you so much for tuning in, and good day.